Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie, and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. Today we're going to make authentic, tender, flavorful Italian meatballs. Okay, so when it comes to preparing tender Italian meatballs, the first thing we're going to do is start with 1.5 pounds of ground pork. That's how this comes in 1.5 pound packages. I got this at Walmart, but this is ground pork, and it's 80% lean, 20% fat. So the first thing we're going to do is put 1.5 pounds of ground pork in here. And then we're going to put 8 ounces of lean ground beef. This is also 80% lean, but that's pretty lean. It's one of those half little 1 pound things. So 1.5 pounds of ground pork and 1/2 pound, that's 8 ounces of ground beef. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of pepper. I got them in the same thing here. And we're just going to sprinkle this salt and pepper onto this pork and this beef. And what we want to do is just gently, and whatever you do, don't over mix it, because that can rob from your tenderness, okay? So we don't want to do that. But you want to gently fold and kind of mix this pork and this ground beef together. Then we're going to put in 3 cloves of pretty chopped garlic, as fine as you want to chop it. 3 cloves of garlic. We're going to put in 1/2 cup of chopped parsley. We're going to put in 1 egg, sort of beat. I never like to overbeat my eggs. It's just a thing with me. We're going to put in 3 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. 3 tablespoons. 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese. 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And this is 1/3 cup of tomato sauce. Now that's all the ingredients for our meatballs. So what we're going to do now is just mix this all together gently again. Be gentle, gentle, gentle. Okay, this is cooking. This is what we eat. It's stuff that we put into our mouth, and we want to enjoy this. We want it to be tender and tasty and not dry and hard. It has to be tender and juicy and flavorful and wonderful. Okay, once you get it all mixed together, there you have it. There's plenty of meat to make some meatballs with. And so what you want to do is just, you can make them whatever size you want, I guess, but I recommend about this big right here. My wife says I need to roll them. In fact, she's so worried about it that we now have my wife's lovely and gracious hands here helping us to make meatballs. And what I do is I put them on parchment paper and just roll them and set them down. Okay, so I put enough olive oil in the bottom of your pan to where it's about that much. Right there. I've got it preheated. I've got it turned all the way up, because what we want to do is brown these meatballs. So what we're going to do, Angel and me, is we're going to put them in the pan. Just start putting them in and get them brown. Like I said, turn the skillet all the way up so you'll get that nice sear. You want to sear them good on both sides. That's enough for now. Yep, that'll work.
There's one on there.
Okay, these have been cooking on one side for about 3 minutes, and when you turn them over, what you want to see is like this. You want to see that seared brown side. That's what makes these, one of the things that makes these meatballs so delicious. Okay, the other side's been cooking for a few minutes, and what we're going to do now is, now these meatballs are not yet, the other side's also seared. What we're going to do is pull these. Like I said, they're not fully cooked yet, but we're going to make sure they're fully cooked, folks. These meatballs, I've made them a bunch of times, and folks, I want to tell you, they're tender and they're right. Once those meatballs are pulled, we're going to put our remaining meatballs in here and do them up. Okay, with the remainder of our meatballs browned on each side, we're going to pull these ones and then take the next step. Now that we've pulled our meatballs, we've still got our pan sitting here real hot. It's got this olive oil in the bottom. I'm going to take 3 more cloves of chopped garlic and just throw that in there. Spread it around. And then we're going to take, now what you want to do is take your favorite tomato sauce. I recommend the Ragu Old World style. And what we want to do is put it just across the bottom like that. Then we're just going to stir this olive oil and this delicious garlic into there, like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to reduce our heat to about 250 degrees. And we're going to put our meatballs in here. Carefully, this stuff's hot, so be careful. So there's all our meatballs. Now what we want to do is cover this with the tomato sauce. Again, my heat's been reduced to about 250 degrees. We're going to cover these with tomato sauce. Make sure they're all covered up in tomato sauce, right? Of course. Now, again, with our heat reduced, we're going to put this lid on, and we're going to let this cook for about 25 minutes at a low temperature. Okay, our meatballs have been simmering for about 25 minutes at a nice low heat, drenched and baptized in tomato sauce. So we're going to lift the lid. Here we go. Nice and hot and steamy. Just like my wife. Now, when it comes to these Sicilian-style Italian meatballs, what you might want to do is put them on a nice bed of spaghetti, something like that. Drench it in this good tomato sauce. Kind of like that. Then what you might want to do is take some fresh grated Parmesan cheese, put you a little bit on there. About like that. And then you might want to just put you a little bit of fresh parsley on there, fresh chopped parsley. As you can see, it's fully cooked. Now, Angel has been nice enough to help me tonight and grace me with her presence during the making of this video. So I wanted her to do the honors of doing the taste test, Angel. So I want to get your thought. And she's always honest with me. I mean, you know, so she don't lie. If I'm out of line, believe me, she'll let me know about it.
I'm not going to take a big as bite as you do. Because, sorry. So good.
So how's the tenderness?
Very tender, very tasty.
Really?
Yes.
Is the salt right?
Perfect.
The sauce, how's the sauce?
The sauce is perfect. Not too runny, not too thick. It's great.
Now when we scorch those meatballs like that, and then we baptize them in that tomato sauce and cook them slowly in that tomato sauce, that scorchness adds a lot of flavor, doesn't it?
Very tasty.
Now these are Sicilian, you know, recipe from Sicily, Italy. So, and Sicily is the heart of Italian food culture. So as far as I'm not the best chef. I'm not even a chef. I'm not the best cook in the world, but I know this is a good recipe for the Italian meatballs. So anyway, we hope you like it, and we hope you try it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, and you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com.